Trips like this always come with a little bit of trepidation. No matter how many times you've made the trip, there's always an ounce of unknown that could completely change the outcome. Mountains are mercurious things, ever-changing beasts that can rear their beautiful but dastardly heads at any moment. Our second day on this traverse will leave us considerably exposed as we delve deeper into the backcountry. Each step takes us further from the safety of the parkway. It's a reality that is both exciting and terrifying. Peyto Hut was originally a fiberglass igloo placed in the summer of 1968. Apparently, this style of hut was no match for some roving bands of wolverines, and the damaged hut was replaced in 1970 by a Parks Canada surplus fiberglass bubble. I tried to dig up some photos to show you, but in the absence of Instagram, many of those moments only exist in the dusty photo albums of the past. After realizing a white bubble in the middle of a snowfield wasn't necessarily the best idea, it was replaced in 1983 by its current structure. Properly known as the Peter and Catherine Whyte Hut, it was named after a widow and her late husband who donated the money for not just the fiberglass igloo, but also a second donation to fund the materials for its current structure. You can find a link to the full hut tour in the description. That's what I call a room with a view. Much of day 2 is spent on the ice fields, only stepping off briefly at the beginning and end of the day for a few short moments. This means that crevasses and other hazards are continuous. There is some comfort in having seen the snow and ice at its most exposed, but that doesn't dismiss the need to be calculated with every step. Yeah, it's the ascending. It's where all the work is. And the other problems too with some of the views in the mountains is you see where you started from for like half the day. It's one of the mind games that plays with you. Looks like a chute we can go up right there. I'm afraid we might have to boot back somewhat because there's so much rock, but looks like there's a decent amount of snow on this side. I'm not sure if it's bergschrund or if it's actually just like cornice and snow broken off, but from from a distance it looks like it. But yeah, I wonder if there is any permanent ice up here facing south. I wonder. Usually at the top of a glacier, where it meets the rock, you get a separation where it kind of breaks away and slowly melted, slashed, slid away. They call that the Bergschrund. I love those German words. Anyways, that kind of looks like one, but I don't know if there's any permanent ice up here. Facing south, I'm gonna guess not, but up in the mountains, at this height, you never know. Other than the wind, the day was exceptional. Steam was rising from our partially zipped jackets as we climbed to our first objective of the day. The higher we climbed, the windier it got. By the time we reached the summit, winds were consistently over 60 kilometers an hour and gusting much higher than that. Mount Thompson is a SOTA activation point. That's a game for ham radio enthusiasts. I dare not call them nerds, as their skills will probably be essential the day the zombies take over. We made a rushed effort to set up the antenna and make a few contacts with the outside world before packing up and getting in some turns on our way back down to the Wapta.
CQ, 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 SOTA, CQ, summits on the air, VA6, MPM, Victor, Alpha 6, Mike, Papa Mike, calling CQ and standing by.
Once finished on Mount Thompson, we headed west, breaking a wind-crusted trail across the 340 square kilometer Wapta ice field. Our final destination for the day was the Louise and Richard Guy Hut. It is really rocky in here, so we're gonna leave our skins on. Oh, but it works the quads. I like this pump either. But the downstroke goes a lot faster than the up. That much is certain. Before the Louise and Richard Guy Hut was built in 2016, parties would usually bivvy somewhere between the slopes under Mount Collie and the Depoilis Glacier, a vast open ice field often exposed to the worst punishments that winter has to offer. Fortunately for us, we had a space waiting for us that was a little more comfortable than a nylon snack wrapper held up by a few aluminum poles. Let's check the maps real quick. This path.
Yeah, I sure we stay on this contour. We could drop down. We'll actually have to drop down some. Starting here.
Yeah, so we don't want to get any higher than we are now.
We don't, frankly.
Yeah, you can see the contours on the backside get.
They start getting a little sketchy.
More aggressive, yeah.
So is that Gordon? That's not, no, that's Nicholas.
That's Nicholas? Yeah, Gordon is just over the right. That's a pretty stiff wind. Looks like we hit it just right. Well, behind us, probably about 200 meters, we crossed the Continental Divide. So now if we take a leak, our urine will end up in the Pacific Ocean. We're now officially in BC. That takes you down to Takaka Falls. But I think there's a pretty significant head wall. I don't think it's easily passable. That saddle between there is the hut's just right in there.
So are you gonna skirt to the right?
Yeah. Looks like a bunch of hidden stuff over here. So rather than trying to navigate that, I don't think a nice fall off of Collie is going to be crazy at all. It's been cold enough that
Early in the day is well, the temperature at this elevation is above zero.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me, but it went from summertime down there to gale force windstorm, winter storm up here. We're almost to the Collie, well, the pass between Collie and I can't remember the name of the one beside it, but I think another 100 meters of elevation, another just less than a kilometer. Yeah, that wind sure compensated for how calm it was down there, eh? Yeah. Well, here we are, navigating in a ping pong ball. You can barely see 50 feet in front of you. There's Paul. You can't tell, but that's the direction we're headed. There are my skis. Back over here. So we're going by feel. Well, you can finally see we're just coming out from underneath the clouds. Paul is poking his head over that. We just came down there where we could see nothing. Head up over this. And then it should be a straight shot down to the hut. So you go back to when you were 4 years old and you make yourself a pizza pie. Oh, I feel like I'm Bambi on ice or something. This is ridiculous. Oh, it's so tiring. Oh, legs engaged. Oh, Paul's just gonna pack. Wind actually cooled down a little bit, which is nice. Because let me tell you, it was insane. Corn snow sandblasting your face. Let me tell you, we're probably 5 minutes from the hut. I couldn't be happier. Oh, beautiful. There it is. Louise Hut in all its beauty. It's under Yoho Peak. Oh, I'm so excited. My face won't show reactions because it's kind of frozen from this wind, but believe me, I'm excited. rocks. Oh, it'd be icy enough I put back anyway. Maybe if I had plastic boots, but it's a lot of work in these lab.